We are witnessing the biggest investment battle of our life between Bitcoin or real estate. What's the smarter move? Could you be rich fast or could it destroy your future? Let's start off with real estate, which has been the best place to store your wealth for generations. And then let's compare it with Bitcoin, the new digital capital that is set to take the world's monetary system. Real estate has always been seen as the easiest, safest bet. Land and property, tangible assets that hold value over time. It's built millionaires for centuries and is fueled by rental income, appreciation, and the simple fact that people will always need a place to live. But here's the catch. In 2025, real estate isn't just the same play. It's being used. Raising interest rates, skyrocketing prices, and tougher lending requirements have made entry harder than ever before. On the flip side, Bitcoin is rewriting the rules of money. Unlike real estate, it's borderless, decentralized, incredibly liquid. While property might take months to sell, Bitcoin can be moved across the world in seconds. It's volatile, no doubt, but it's also gaining recognition as the digital real estate, a scarce asset in the digital age. So here's where the dilemma gets interesting. With real estate, your wealth grows slowly and steadily. Your rental income, tax benefits, long-term appreciation, but your money is tied up and big upfront costs makes it harder for new investors to jump in, especially the younger generation. With help from successful family members like your mum and dad. Bitcoin, on the other hand, doesn't care how much capital you start with. You can buy fractions, it's accessible 24/7, and the potential upside is massive. So there's a wild card at play. Inflation's rising, everyone's struggling to pay bills, but that affects everything. It affects real estate and Bitcoin, but which is going to be the better one out of the two? I honestly personally think Bitcoin. Reason being is house prices are too expensive, people can't afford to have them as it is. If you look at the average price increase of houses compared to Bitcoin over the past few years, you can clearly see Bitcoin over the last 10 plus years has been winning. Here's a video of Michael Saylor, the GOAT, explaining why he thinks Bitcoin is better than real estate.
I know wealthy people, they own 16 estates on the Eastern Shore and they live in 2 of them. Like, why do they buy them? They land banking. What does that mean? Well, the guy makes a lot of money every year and he doesn't want to put it in a savings account. So he goes and he just buys a cool piece of property and he buys another one. Well, okay, it sounds good, but here's the problem. The guy buys up the beautiful pieces of property and so you can't afford it.
Right.
And if the rich guy wasn't buying up all the beautiful houses, they would cost half as much. And you could live in a beautiful house. So here's what happens. Some rich dude has 27 houses that are empty. You don't have a beautiful house. You have a family. Your kids, your dog could use the beautiful house. The rich dude doesn't even want the house. He just wants a long-term capital preservation strategy. Right? And so that's a perverse incentive and a distorted economy. That's broken. That's broken money. That's because the rich dude is using an estate on the Eastern Shore of Maryland as a piggy bank.
Yep.
Huh? But the estate doesn't get renovated. The house is falling down. There's a beautiful pool on the water, and you could have a great family picnic there every Sunday, but it's not going to happen because the rich dude has 16 other houses. He just bought that house because he thought it was a good investment. Okay, that's wrong.
So as Michael Saylor explains, currently, until now, there wasn't anything as good as real estate. They just wanted somewhere where they could put their money for long-term investment. And now Bitcoin's taking the stage. And you don't need to sit there and let your money rot away, because if you put it in a house and all these things break, let's say a window breaks or a boiler breaks or things like that, you've got to pay for that. And also, like, you get taxed on your profits, whereas if you put it in Bitcoin, unless you sell it, you haven't gained any value. So you could just leave it, letting it grow and grow and grow in value each year on year and year, get richer and richer, and all you have to do is borrow against it. The rich don't sell their assets, they use their assets to be able to borrow against it to live their life. Elon Musk, the millionaire, probably 400 million right now, he has his Tesla shares, and what he does is he takes a small loan against his Tesla shares, uses that and pays the interest, because obviously if he sells it, his riches are just going to drop lower and lower. So why would you sell? At the end of the day, owning a home is meant to be for living in. The only reason why so many people mass buy properties in the hundreds and thousands is because until now they haven't had anywhere to put their money. Why would you own something like that that breaks over time. You've got loads of bills, people trash it. Like, you have someone renting it out from you. And for example, my mum actually being a great example, she rented it out to these people. They obviously left, and when she went back, she had to fully paint the house. We put a new bathroom in, all the walls were damaged, there were stain marks everywhere, because for them, they don't care. All they're doing is living there. They don't have to worry about the upkeep and things like that. The oven was all greasy, so again, we had to put a new oven in. The hob was the same. Like, all of these bills, like, people are like, oh, rental's the way forward, and it might have been back in the day, but with inflation and every single house they get and they tax you more and more, the way now is definitely digital. Make sure you buy it now before it skyrockets. October is coming, hence my background. October is on the way. Make sure to buy Bitcoin, because we're going to be 200,000 by the end of the year. I am sure of it. Back when my parents were younger, houses were probably 10, 15,000, maybe 20,000. Now the average home, especially in my area, is 250,000. That's a lot of money, and that's probably the average home. Like, imagine how much it costs to get a decent home. Like, you're talking a two-bedder, and that's a really, really average home. So why would you? And as I say, at the end of the day, you want to live in a house. And yes, it did make money, but when you buy more than one house, you get extra taxes on it, and you don't want to be paying these taxes. You want your profits to be growing. I've had a lot of debates recently, especially with my brother's partners, mum and dad, and things like that, because they are set in stone that real estate is the way. And obviously, I completely get it. You've obviously got a lot of houses, you've done well, you had a good job, you've got an amazing setup right now, because they've got however many houses earning good rental income and stuff like that. But things can always be better. Things improve. At one point, we didn't have Apple Pay. At one point, we used to pay things with checks. Now we have cards. Obviously, now we're turning digital. Banks are closing. Things are changing. Imagine earning money while you sleep with no stress. You don't have to turn up and sort out messes. You don't have to do any hard work. You've not got any fees and bills and stuff like that. All you do is buy something and leave it. How crazy is that? Why would you not want to do that? People think it's too good to be true, but obviously people are going to think that because they are scared to put their capital at risk. If you don't put your capital at risk, there's no reward. So that is my honest opinion on this. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you prefer real estate, or do you buy Bitcoin, or do you buy any other cryptocurrency? Let me know in the comment section below. Also, if you've enjoyed this, make sure to leave a like and subscribe with notifications for more future Bitcoin videos. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.